Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on time. By way of introduction, my name is Kolela. I am the program manager at the Wadwane Foundation for Africa. Our intent as a foundation is to train entrepreneurs that will create jobs in their communities, their cities, countries, and Africa as at large, and the whole world. Our aim as a foundation is to end global hunger. And the only way we have thought of it that would be sustainable is to ensure that we train entrepreneurs at no cost to anyone. That's why you are even attending this masterclass at no cost to anyone. All what we require is commitment, obviously, and also to see you start that business and employ people from your communities. Without any further ado, I would love to introduce my dear friend, Cheslin, who is a serial entrepreneur, a trainer, a speaker, and an expert in sales and marketing. And Cheslin has started a number of organizations himself, and his vested interest is always in building sustainable entrepreneurs in the African region. He is from, good Lord, now I'm forgetting, Cheslin, correct?
So I'm from
Cape Town, actually. He's my
from
home
Cape
boy.
Town, and I've recently relocated to Johannesburg this last 8 months. But yeah, that's a story for another day.
Okay, cool. Cheslin, over to you. Thank you.
Cool, guys. Once again, just thank you so much for everybody, all the entrepreneurs in this room, for attending the session. Kolela, thank you so much for giving us this platform to allow us as mentors and speakers to educate businesses and give guidance and tools and tips on how to improve themselves. So applaud, a big round of applause to you. So furthermore, guys, a little bit who I am. I'm going to be presenting a presentation. Today's session is going to be very practical. Today I don't want to talk too much. I actually want to show you a couple of things in terms of what you should be considering, thinking, all these kind of things with regards to marketing. So Lela, can I get access to sharing rights, please? Thank you. Alrighty. So how this works is that I need you guys to just confirm that you guys can see my screen. And then we can kick this thing off. Where is this now?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Cool. Let me just go and set the presentation. Okay, I'm gonna just run it like this because I can't see how to present here. All right, so just to give you some insights of who I am, my name is Cheslin Denman. I'm a co-founder of a crazy cool platform called Trustlink Africa Hub. Our main aim at Trustlink Africa Hub is to enable small businesses to get access to better and greater opportunities through supply chain, unlock access to funding, and with all of this access that I'm mentioning, the core component of our platform, it is compliance. So all the right ingredients so you can able to unlock the opportunities. So I must just tell you guys that I am at home. I'm looking after my kids at school holidays. So if you hear them screaming and stuff, please just bear with me, okay? So how I've started my journey, I worked in massive corporate companies like Outsurance. I worked at SAP Ariba, where I gained a lot of insights on procurement. And with that being said, I managed about 4,000 SMMEs to onboard them onto the Western Cape provincial government. And with that, there was a lot of learning and teaching where small businesses wouldn't understand what is the requirements in order to get into getting access to opportunities. And this sparked Trustlink Africa Hub. I got retrenched. With my retrenchment, I then decided, you know what, I have too much ambition to go and work for another white man. And I took the leap of faith. You know, it was not easy. It was very challenging. And I'm a true advocate for entrepreneurship because I believe if there's more entrepreneurs, we can, like Colella said, feed hunger. There's so many youth that is currently sitting at home, well skilled, but doesn't have the opportunity to shine through organizations. And I'm an advocate for helping small businesses grow so they can place youth and people in their business. But furthermore than that, a couple of accolades that I've achieved. I've made some cool talk shows, made some presence on SABC. I've been listed for Forbes 30 under 30 in the fintech space, and got to rub shoulders with some serious big boys in Africa. So yeah, in terms of credibility, I kind of think I made a couple of waves for myself, but I think it's just the beginning, because with what I do in these sessions in terms of education, I don't want to stand on top by myself. I need fellow entrepreneurs to be there with me. And I believe that giving this masterclasses really helps small businesses like yourself get the opportunity to shine and grow in your own endeavors. So this masterclass, we're going to be covering marketing personas, sales funnels. We're going to look at sales pitches. We're going to look at target audience and achieving your goals. And we're going to look at customer success. So these are all topics that I thought would be relevant. We will maybe slightly steer off path. That sometimes happens, but this is the framework of what we're going to be looking at in this session. Colella will be my host. I can't see if there's any questions or answers, but by all means, put up your hand, interject. After each slide, I will stop and I'll ask if there's any questions. And I would like to take questions as we go, because the more I can relate to your particular scenarios, the more it will hit home. Are we all good? Fantastic. So marketing persona, right? Many people get this wrong. When I say many people get this wrong, is because when I ask businesses often, who's your customer? They say everybody. And I say, no. Who are you targeting in terms of your audience? So for instance, if you have a car wash, right? If you have a cleaning laundromat, if you have a marketing agency that's looking to help businesses, you need to create a defined client of who you're looking to target. And this is in your discovery phase, right, of your business. You shouldn't be thinking of who your client is once your business is running. Before you start a business, you really got to understand, who are we going to target in terms of who's going to pay for our service, who is our ideal client, and what is the makeup of that person? What is the specification of that person? Now, as an example here, I've put in a starter persona. So in my early stages of my business, I use this as an example because when we started out at Trustlink, we were helping people register businesses, right? Register companies that have all the right components to it to achieve tenders, supply chain, access to funding. And I particularly wrote up a student of what I'm looking for, right? And as you're going to read this thing with me, I'm 23 years old. I've just finished my degree in fashion. And I've been designing clothing with my friends for my friends, and they love it. My parents want me to start a career. I truly believe that I have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Unfortunately, I don't know where to start. I'm not sure of the cost. And I have one of my family members run a business, so it's a journey. It seemed quite scary, even thinking about it. Sorry, no one in my family. There's a place I could go to, that could help me, but I would have done it already. My friends say they can help me, but I'm not sure if they know what they're doing. I might just start applying for jobs anyway. So this is the emotional aspect of who I was targeting at the time in terms of a post. So my post would be directed to students. How much times do you know of kids, family members were feeling this sort of emotion when starting out, either deciding, as a millennial, do I go and start my business, or do I take this path which my parents are pushing me to to go work in a bank, to go do certain things, to go become a designer or a buyer at Ackerman's clothing, right? Get the internship, earn a little money and build myself up. Many of our parents, they never ever took an entrepreneurship journey. And a lot of the times we could never ask for advice because it's something of the unknown to our fellow parents. In this situation, it was my way of thinking. My whole family never knew what entrepreneurship was. They knew some people that were super rich, that was entrepreneurs, but they didn't understand that it was not in our circle of interest. So everybody pushed me to start a job or go work outside. But this is not my story. This is many people's story. And so when I created a post, I targeted people that I knew would share a similar story at varsity or a student, that I could give them tools and tips and education on how to start this business. What's their journey on making it easy, quick, and effective? So my business was built around business registrations. That's all I ever did in the start. We did about 30, 40 registrations. And so I then had to learn my customer. I had to learn my students and I understand. So what are the pain points for these students? Okay, they don't have cash. So who do they go ask the money for? Right? So I had to create a post with regards to how to get money for starting a business. Do you understand how you have to think about your customer persona and how to market to the clients in order for your business to thrive and make it easy for them to engage with you? Right? So this ideally would be the start of the sales funnel. So understanding who we're marketing to, and then what particular channel, choosing 1 or 2 channels at max, and targeting your customer. If anybody in the room here, I'm going to ask a question. For this persona over here, where do you think this customer would be sitting in terms of attaining this particular audience? Colella, can you just open the floor for any person that could tell me what marketing channel would this person be sitting on?
Yes, everybody can unmute themselves. It's fine.
In the community.
Okay, now we in the community, all right. Anyone else?
They are
On
saying
Facebook.
social media, Facebook. Yeah, there are quite few people commenting.
Fantastic. So I asked for 2, right? So you said community 1, and we said social media. Now I'm a particular person that we would go granular and say, what social media platform, right? When we talk about community, where would the community sit on? Is it a community WhatsApp group? Is it a social media platform like Instagram? Where would we post or market this particular advertisement to that persona?
I think Facebook. Facebook, yeah. Yeah, Facebook, I think is the right one for 23-year student. Yeah, Facebook, I think is the one that we should market. We should actually, yeah.
So to give you some insights from a marketing perspective, you incorrect, sir. Facebook attracts more of your 28 to 35-year-olds that would be sitting on your Facebook because they know the network very well, because it was their first network that they're exposed to, and an 18 to 23-year-old would be sitting on Instagram. So once again, knowing your channel, knowing where your audience is, and this is part of research. So go find out what is the consumer usage on the different social media channels, and finding out who would be ideally fitting for this post that I'm going to be advertising. And this is what many businesses get so wrong, because what we do, we take one post and we share it to all the channels. And now we start looking at these channels and be like, okay, but nothing's happening, right? Because we haven't gotten time to focus on a distribution channel and see, is this thing working or not, right? So let me show you an example of this, right? So let me go to this one. This is targeted at small businesses, right? So if you look at this particular post, right? This particular post has a lot of writing on, right? And it stands out. Small SME growth packages kickstart your business growth, right? There's a call to action. Here you can register or contact us. There's a physical address. Look at the picography, right? If you look at this, we're looking to empower women. So in your subconscious, all of these elements of marketing make such a unique difference that a woman is standing here with her hands tied and she's looking proud, right? So another woman that looks at this post will be like, I want to be like her. What does this post? And I have 30 seconds to grab the particular audience attention. Other than that, somebody's going to scroll past the post, right? So I just wanted to show you a typical example of what a post looks like and a call to action and what information you need to put on a post. I can't say I'm the best at this, but I'm just giving you insight on tips on how you could potentially do it for yourself, right? Now, let's go back to our presentation, right? So you have different, obviously, clients. That's your ideal client, right? You have different social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. You have Instagram. You can also obviously utilize the malls, brochures, leaflets. That's the old school way, right? Now, all of these cost money. So as a small business, often you have to ask yourself, where do I invest my money? Now, guys, running organic posts, it is very limited to reaching outside a network. Facebook and all these social media platforms are very, very smart. The more money that you put in to these portals, the more reach you will be able to obtain. Doesn't mean that you will get customers, but the more time that people see something, the most likely part of the brain cells that will say, I trust this thing more. So normally, in average, is that a post needs to go out 7 times, either in a post or a story or a reel, but 7 times for the message to hit one particular audience. And that's when a particular person will say, aha, I can either refer a friend or buy, right? And it sounds crazy because you want to be so repetitive, consistent. You want to be so annoying. And you as the poster or the marketing person, you think to yourself, damn it, man, I'm doing the same thing over and over. But that habitual habit of doing the same thing over and over, that's what creates people's attention. Is that you consistently there, you consistently in the open. I had somebody tell me the other day, Cheslin, dude, like you always posting about these things, like, you know, it's quite annoying. And I said, okay, dude, like I totally understand. You can unfollow me. And after like a couple of months, that person never followed me. And they're like, you're Cheslin, I actually see what you've been doing, like how much clients you have grown your business through this consistency of marketing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm quite annoying, but I get the message across. And everybody that sees Cheslin will know Cheslin's an enabler of small business. Cheslin's the plug. Cheslin helps because that is my brand. That's what I pitch. That's what's always constantly on my WhatsApp story. That was constantly on my Instagram. That was constantly on my Facebook. It's what I position myself. And then I have posts. So now we build the brand, and then we have posts that has a call to action that tells people, if you want this particular opportunity, click on this. Just give me one, baby. I'm in a meeting. Right. So there's a couple of steps that you need to consider. Girls, I'm busy in a meeting. Please, guys, respect my time. Thank you, my darling. Go out the room. Sorry, guys, I apologize.
Bakahlela ngempama Cheslin abantwana. Bakahlela ngempama.
Hawuhle abantwana Nkosi yami.
I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize. I didn't interrupt in here. It's the works happening here today. Cool.
No, we understand, Cheslin. We're joking. We understand. Thank you.
It's live, sir.
It's called live. Thanks for understanding, guys. I'm trying to give you the best advice here and try to educate and do all the rest. So what is the sales process, right? So if you see, just give me 2 seconds. So beware. Please help me, I'm working. Sorry guys, I'm back. Okay. So when we see a post, right, step 1, we see the ad on Facebook. Make sure it's linked to a landing page, because a lot of people get this thing wrong. You know, one of my junior marketing guys got this so wrong, is that you need to have, like I'm saying, you have 30 seconds for somebody to see your post. And in that 30 seconds, whatever they read for 30 seconds, if there's not a call to action or not a pain point, right, that you're covering. Now, give me a second and I want to show you something, what we call a planner. Right? So this is a content plan, and this is so essential to understand. Let me show you here. So I told you we're going to go a bit practical, right? So this is a content planner. As you can see, this is the prompts, right? So education, entertainment, empowerment, elevation, engage, right? What does that mean? The marketing goal, right? So every post doesn't mean I'm looking for a sale. Each post means there is a particular goal that we're trying to achieve, right? The goal for education is awareness. We want to drive the client to know about what we're doing. Entertainment, adding value, gaining knowledge, growth to our audience. So giving them understandings of workshops, of community things that we're busy with. Empowerment, that post that I shared with you, that's a community growth empowerment opportunity. Sometimes you will see, if you follow me, we're posting about this institution is looking for new suppliers. This particular institution is looking to run an ESD program. We share this kind of knowledge and we make announcements about it. We have often the empowerment posts for Rwanda Foundation. Right? We share that because we want the community to know there are programs out there that is free for you guys to engage with. We're looking at Elevate. Right, this is now giving knowledge about workshops, training, building your brand better, right? And then we talk about engagement. This is lead generation, right? So each, as you can see here on this list here, you have your type of content, you have what sort of description, what sort of content are we looking to engage, right? Here, each and everything has a call to action. Right? Register to become compliant, sign up for a workshop, click on the link to provide you with the program information, sign up to buy a ticket, right? Everything has an action button to say, I'm not reading something. You know, when you look at something on Instagram and you're like, I like this restaurant, but how do I get there? And they say, there's a link in the bio. And now you have to go out to the bio. No. Make it easy, efficient, and effective. The thing that you read, you scroll in the copy, click on this link, register. Right? And here you can see we have post days. Right? So here you will see on a Thursday, and this is called consistency. Now, guys, you need to be consistent in terms of what you're trying to achieve. Here on a Thursday, we run our social media to all networks. On a Wednesday, we target TikToks. On a Monday, MailChimp campaigns to our community. On a Friday, this has changed. This is just to basically all our, this is the old campaign. But usually it's only 2 targeted social media networks, and you got to test that for a period of time. So 90-day plan. What are we doing for marketing? What are the days we're posting? What are we posting on the days? And be bloody consistent. That's it. Have the call to actions, have the plans in place, and be consistent, guys. I promise you, you will start seeing massive effects in your business if you just follow a content plan and be religious in terms of posting what your clients want to see to the particular your persona. Okay, so that's it for me in terms of what we trying to achieve. So sales process here from Facebook. See the Facebook post, link it to a landing page, educate your client about the pain points you're trying to solve, have a call to action button. There could be a Yoko link for payments online. Yoko really helped me in my early stages. They have a free, not a free, but you can download Yoko for free, and you can use the payment online links, and they like charge you like $2 off the amount of transaction that goes through. And then obviously you can contact a consultant. A lot of people are old school, especially in my world. They actually want to speak to people. As much as we love automation, speaking to somebody that really understands the pain point. The post said, yes, it can solve my problem, but I want to speak to somebody credible, knowledgeable, to know that to validate what I saw is correct, and there's actually a company that can assist me. And that often consultant gives you an opportunity to upsell certain other products in your business. If an example here, the person saw a special on laundry services, and all of a sudden you hear the person that calls in is a young guy. Oh, do you know we have a cleaning shoe offering as well, part of our laundry special? We're having this cleaning shoe special at $100 for, Thursdays and Fridays. If you're keen, you can come drop your shoes and we can clean it for you. So those are the kind of things like that a consultant, that your post you can't put too much on your post, but you can hook the customer in and the consultant will be able to close it. Now, step 5, a service or product has to be received. Provide a review of success or success story. This is golden, boys and girls. Customer reviews of success. Every time in your business, you have a client, you close the client, and the client has enjoyed the service. You ask the client, every single person you know, did you enjoy my service? Can you please send me an email? Can you please write me a review? If you don't have those technologies, go open up a Google account for your business, and there's a tab called review. Let me show you this in practicality. Yeah, reviews, right? So yeah, you can say ask a question or send here. So you can get more reviews by clicking on this, and you send this link to your client that you serviced, right? So they can review your service offering, and this builds credibility, boys and girls. Do you understand? This thing helps you because when somebody searches for your business, they want to know people have used you. They want to know people have rated you. What sort of service have you provided? Credibility is everything in business. Sorry to use a bad English, but if you mess or F up this thing of your credibility, it runs your business to tarnishes. So that's very important. Once you hook the client, sales pitch is everything, right? So once again, you truly got to understand how to engage with your customer. Firstly, know your customer, right? Remember, you have already pre-evaluated who your ideal customer is. We call this an ICP, right? Know your customer is very essential. What is your customer like? What are the things that they like? This is part of building the rapport. So this builds your customer base. When you pick up the phone, you don't sound like a call center agent. Thank you so much for calling. We do this in this service. No, understand your customer. So how are you doing? What have you been up to? And I have something to show you in terms of the preparation for this. And I'll share this with the foundation to potentially share with you. But I've created a sales process, right? And when we talk about the report, the preparation of the actual sale, now I think this is for everybody, is to understand the customer that have registered or became the lead, right? So in the instance that you maybe did a paid post, right? And we could do a session on how to do paid posts on Facebook. You have different call to actions. So you have call to actions of go to my website, lead generate. These are all things that you now have the customer's information. But you truly got to understand that customer. Google the company that is registered. Google maybe the person on LinkedIn that understand who they are. Because the more you understand who your customer is that's potentially engaging with you, the better you are able to talk to them. The better the conversation is natural, the better you can be relatable to your customer. And it will slowly just flow. I take my time with every single lead that comes through the business. If we get 45 leads in a day, I'd rather spend my time on 15 of those leads having very meaningful conversations and separate the others within a time period. Because I believe 45 people can come, but 15 people are truly going to know what I do, how I do, and they're going to become ambassadors of my brand. Right? With preparation comes the approach. This is how you are able to engage with your client. Go into the call confidently with a value proposition. Express the benefits of why joining an ecosystem or buying the service. Talk about the community that buys the loan, that comes to the particular institution. I'll tell you an example. There was a guy that does cleaning of shoes. His whole marketing strategy, one day, it was Sia Colisis came to clean his shoes at his shop. Once only. He talks about this every single time. He's habitual about it. Hey, join our community. Sia Colisis comes and does his shoes by us. We gave him the best service ever. And he went on. He went on for months on one thing that had happened in this business. Do you know how much that attracted people to his organization? Foot traffic, people online, just because the guy walked in his store, needed his shoes cleaned, delivered a great service, and he ran with it, right? Then you're looking at, and I'll share this, having a discovery right now. Please, guys, I'm just giving you insights on my business. Everything could be different, right? But when your agent is there, sometimes people ask, can you give me a script? Can you give me, what should I say? It's not about what you say, but more about the questions that you ask your customers. And if you look at this thing over here, in my world, we ask customers about the more or less their compliance information. And let me just show you. I said it's going to be a lot practical. But these are the sales questions, right? Name, email, what's your company information? What sector are you in? Is your company registered? How long have you been trading? Is your company compliant? Do you have all your documentation, right? And this is banter. While you're chatting, the client is telling you, you know what? I went through the list. Can I go through the list of documents? And you go through these things in order, is he compliant? And he gives you stories and you write those things down because that's your ammunition. How we can solve his problem with the things that he needs. These things and preparation, right? Knowing, putting your customer in buckets is so important. Classifying them, right, into what client is where. I call them in my organization, we got C1, C2, C3 clients, right? Now, C3 clients are your startups. Those guys come for business services such as registrations. They come for our small business packages. Our C2 clients, those clients are revenue size 0 to about maybe 10,000 Rand a month or maybe 200K per year. That's the ideal. If I ask the question, sir, how much annual turnover have you made? Oh, I'm just started. I've nothing made 200. Okay, so we know you are a micro client, a C3. Oh, speak to a client. He says, hey, I've been trading for like 2 years. I'm making about 500 to 600,000 Rand. Oh, okay. So you a C2 client. Now I know, and my salespeople know that because we bucket our clients, we know what product would be best suited for them in an ideal state. And that's having preparation is the presentation of knowing what service to offer your significant client by understanding them is essential, right? And if you look at this, your closing, right? Now your closing, once again, it's all about, from a marketing perspective, asking the client for the sale, right? And here you can see the different color codes. So when the big boss or the manager, which you guys probably all are, want to have a meeting on a Friday, say, okay, guys, we had a very slow month from a sales perspective. Why? Even if you're in a shop, you can say, we have had 52 walk-ins, sir. X amount of prospects walked around the store, but didn't buy. Only so much people bought. Okay, what can we do that can improve that, right? Can we get more consultants to speak to those people that walked around? Was it a sales problem? These different scenarios and dynamics. right? So I thought this would be essential to share, and I really will. I'll give this to you guys if you guys want this, because it's very important to understand and prepare the sales cycle for your teams, for yourselves as a small business, right? So once again, know your customer, establish knowing your product and service, what you can sell to that certain person, and then pitching them, right? And everybody in the business is singing the same song, right? And that's why the preparation of what I showed you is so important. When a customer 3 comes in and a customer 1 comes in, the whole organization needs to know the same spiel. The same song needs to be sung. Not the boss sings this song and the junior sings that song, and you know the other guy, the outsourced guy, sing a different song to make the sale. It needs to be unified. Okay. Now, tracking and sales 101, right? Tracking metrics is everything in a business, right? So I'm going to stop at this moment. Is there any questions in the room thus far? Because I think I've covered a few more slides and I'm not sticking to my word here. I'm getting carried away. So with regard to sales funnels and sales pitch, is there anything that you guys want to ask me about? We're all good.
Maybe
We're
can
still
ask,
together. We're still together.
yeah, maybe can ask Cheslin.
Yes.
Yeah, is there a program maybe that I can get an idea of to track my customers or to group my customers? Is there any maybe somewhere where I can get an assistant in terms of building that kind of a portal sort of?
HubDoc is a good one, but it's a little bit expensive. So HubDoc has a CRM that you could potentially use. I want like, sorry, what's your name, sir?
Melford.
Melford. So I honestly created a spreadsheet for this process, right? And basically what we use, it's like spreadsheets. Let me try and see. So this is my sales tracker. Each consultant, they all have a budget at the start of the month. This is the actuals that they pull. This is today's target that they need to reach. And every Friday, we go to the scoreboard and we look at who's doing what units, why is there so little units, etc., etc., etc. Do you understand? So you can create these things yourself. Like I didn't have money in my startup days to invest in the CRM systems, because you know in your early stages, like damn, you know you can't afford to spend like 700-800 rand a month if you're not making 700-800 rand a month. Okay. So I created these spreadsheets, started working for me, just started ranking my staff, and Bob's your uncle. You know, we have a customer sheet where you can obviously see how much sales per week, or so these are the leads that our consultants are contacting for what order request. You know, each business is different, so you need to like create it. But I think HubDoc, if you're looking for automated system, HubDoc would be a good place to go and find it. Colella, do you have any other ones that you could suggest? Okay, he's not saying anything. So what you need to do is I'll potentially send you this document, right? It's a document of a breakdown.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I can pop you this. This is a very cool document I created myself, where it shows you this is your breakdown.
Sorry, Cheslin, to cut you. Hi guys, the presentation and the recording, you'll actually get it via email as well. And you can go to the channel from Cheslin. Cheslin is going to send you an email after this, hopefully by tomorrow, and you'll get the recording as well. Sure.
Yes, I'll also attach a couple of the documents that I would like to share with the community that could help them. But this is basically a breakdown, right, of you got to customize it. But here you have weeks, you have your revenue, you have days to go, you have shortfall. Now, this document, I created an Excel spreadsheet, right? But this is a manual one. And it says here, how many cold calls does the team need to make how many conversions, how many internals. This is leads from Facebook, database leads that came from the website, walk-in people, how many walk-ins came, how many call-ins came, and this is kind of the revenue that we need to reach. Do you understand? So if you are just month on month going by and saying whatever comes, it's the bloody wrong approach in business. You got to track the numbers. You got to track the metrics. You got to incentivize your staff to say, if we have these small wins, we're going to get this. You know, my team this week, I have a bunch of ladies. So we have spa vouchers, nothing more than $200 in the hat. If you hit your target on Friday, you can put your finger in the hat, you pull out a nice $200 spa voucher, man. Do you know how that makes those guys, that ladies feel? You know, they get to go to the spa, tell their mother, here's a spa voucher. It just keeps them coming back on Monday wanting to do better. We're human. We can't work themselves. If you look at big corporations, Discovery, people at Discovery, Discovery Health, you guys know this place, in Johannesburg, gosh, you must see the facilities, man. What is the business doing? They're keeping the staff there. The longer the staff stay, the more money they can make. They provide it so convenient that you don't want to leave the office. So us as small business, we are not on that scale yet. We got to find dynamic ways to motivate the people that work for us. If we don't have people that work for us, we need to find ambassadors of brands. I'll tell you an example about a clothing line. I learned this from Vusi Tembokwaya. He said, go take an influencer. Let's say you're selling shirts or in the textile industry. Your products aren't doing well. You go to that particular person and say, you know what, I'm doing these t-shirts. I put your name on the t-shirt. Whatever money we make from this particular product with your name on it, I'll give you 50% of the revenue. You got to just post about it. Boom, there the boy, he has 68.k followers. He's posting this thing like mad, wearing this t-shirt. You gave him 2-3 different colors. He's posting every day. Boom, you tell him, use this link for them to buy the t-shirt. Everybody's crazed about this thing. You have done nothing. You've paid for no marketing cost. You've got an ambassador to promote your brand, and you're sharing off the profit. Without that guy, you would have made no profit. These are the kind of things that you need to think of, dynamic ways on how to explode your market with the resources that you have. Most of the people that I engage with that's over the age of 35 are not utilizing their children as ambassadors of their business. And I just don't understand why. This is your bloodline. The money that you bring into your household, they're going to eat you out anyway. But why are they not on their social media talking about, you know, this and that? Why are you not coming home to sharing this knowledge with your friends and family? Something to think about. So customer success, it's code 101, what people don't do. You sell a lollipop, you sell a sucker, you sell a t-shirt, and you're like, thanks so much for buying. That's the end of it. You don't collect the customer's data. You don't send a follow-up message to say, how was the sucker? How was the food? How was the fit of the clothing? You know, no data. Customer success is everything. This, when you make a sale, you formulate a database of everybody you sold to. When a customer buys once and he has a great service or a great product from you, he most likely will buy again. Things that you need to consistently do every single 2 weeks or weekly is send a feedback form to your customers. 5 questions max. Do you take the time to fill this in? The lucky winner of the feedback form will win a new t-shirt, will win a burger on the house. Customer data is everything. The more you understand the people that is buying from your business, the more you will be able to sell a better product and improve. This is a role that should be ideally implemented in your business. you should focus on having more people understand the customer than actually salespeople. Because customers' success should be your highest generating revenue in a business. It is my biggest secret weapon. Calls per month to all our clients, every single month. I choose 15 and I find out from them and I have a liquor conversation with those guys and ask them, how have you found the Trustlink service? What can we do for you to enjoy it even better? What elements of automation can we put to the system? They then feel like they're the champion because now, wow, this man that's on TV, this man that runs the shops is really asking about my opinion and it matters. Yeah, man, I'm going back. Just because he's a great person, I'm going to go buy again. Customer success is everything, guys. You've got to make sure that you get your customer success journey right. And I will show you. I have a whole methodology for customer success, and I will share this with you. Damn. Sorry about this. Let me find it here. Processes, customer success. There we go. Here I explain the whole company, my whole company knows exactly what are our three main priorities, what is our mission, what is our process to our customer. It's everything. Customer success is everything. And understanding what are we trying to say to our customer, and do they actually understand what we're trying to achieve? You need to pick up the phone and speak to your customers. I even told the Cheslin lady that came to me, Norma. I said, who's your customer? Everybody from the taxi rank. I said, how much of those customers' details do you have? So when you have a new product that's coming into your business, do you have a WhatsApp channel for them? What do you mean? I said, you must bring your son every Saturday to the shop and take down everybody's number that buys from the store. You create a broadcast list. And when you have a new product or a new Russian roll from a new supplier, you tell them brand new Russian roll in stock. Come check it out. The same customer that bought a burger, that same customer that bought a quota. From a practical perspective, this is everything, guys. Collecting data, selling it, understanding your customer, it's going to make you successful. So I think that's the session for me. I'm open to taking questions. You guys can email me, reach out. I make time. I'm very busy, but I do make time for everybody that wants to really learn and grow. I don't have time for fly-by-nights. If you're passionate, you have your grit, you have your grind, and you really want to make a success of your life, I will give you time of day. But yeah, that's it from my side. Any questions, guys? The floor is open.
Anyone who has a question, they can unmute themselves and ask the question. I apologize, I'm on load shedding, so I might get disconnected quite shortly. But anyone who has a question can unmute themselves and ask the question.
Hi, sir. You're speaking to Clarence.
Hi, Clarence.
My question is there a platform that you know of whereby entrepreneurs maybe advertise their products and stuff, like a hub or a station where entrepreneurs advertise their products?
There are a lot of forums. Clarence, there's a lot of forums that you need to be part of. What sector are you in, sir? Well, what do you do?
Oh, I'm a fashion designer.
A fashion designer. So you really got to join associations. So you have the Clothing and Textile Association that you can be part of. I think you pay a small subscription fee to be part of these associations. And that's where you'll be able to showcase your products to a community. yeah, it's something that Facebook Marketplace, it's very distrusted. I can't direct you to Facebook Marketplace really. You have a lot of people that view it, but a lot of people don't buy because of the distrust on the platform, scammers and stuff. But yeah, I think go to associations, textile associations. What you have to do is you got to look at trade shows that they have where you can display your product. A lot of places like flea markets and stuff. There's the 021 in Centurion that I've been to that really, you can showcase your product, a lot of foot flow there. But there's no real individual marketplace for textiles per se. I don't know, anybody else can add? I'd really love to hear.
Yeah, can I respond? And just in addition to what Cheslin said, the CEDA actually does a lot of that. NYDA,
Yes.
depending on your age group, they do a lot of those. So you can reach out to either their social media or directly to their sales and marketing persons, of which their details will typically be on their website. But I know for sure NYDA, CEDA, and CIFA do a lot of those.
Thank you, sir.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi, Kolela. Hi,
Cheslin.
Cheslin. I have been doing, I think it's similar to what you have been doing. And I just realized that I'm on my 10th year this year. And
Wow,
it hasn't picked up.
congratulations.
Not congratulations, it's on my 10th year and it hasn't picked up, like registering companies with SARS, with CIPC. And I don't know what am I doing wrong. I just looked at your screen now and I see that part of my advertising has been totally incorrect. But I feel that I need more to bring it up, because the experience over 10 years obviously has gone way, way up, but still no clientele. However, I don't have so many things that you have. I don't have the database in place. I don't have the communication according to what we just learned now. So my question is there a place that you can direct me towards, like the gentleman just asked now, like in our field, a group or a place? Or I know Facebook has something to help us small companies, but I don't know how, if there is another place that I'm unaware of that would help people like us who are dealing with company compliance. Yes.
Hard question. I don't have all the answers for that one. I just really, I just learned how to market myself and solve a problem to certain audiences. And I'm very intentional in terms of who I target,
Yes.
And I target a particular client for 90 days at a time.
Yes.
Target one persona, 90 days, and I make sure I increase that revenue stream. And thereafter I move on to another channel. So for this 90 days, I'll give you an example. I've targeted the construction industry. So
okay.
we're going to be doing all the regulatory compliance for construction only. Do you understand? Our main mandate. So we're going to make sure subcontractors get access to construction work from main contractors. And then that's my value proposition for the next 90 days, which you would see go live on my social media. Not to say that I'm not doing all the others, but ideally that will be my channel of success, to focus on a certain client, a certain audience, and then I'll know my customer in and out, and I'll become a specialist from a regulatory compliance perspective for that client.
For that client, Okay, all right. No, I hear you. Thank you. And looking forward to having your email as well, to bombarding with the
I'll pop my email and my details on the chat right now. And then you guys can just reach out, and I'm happy.
And everybody was going to get an email from Cheslin, by the way. So don't stress. You'll definitely get an email from him. Can I add to what Cheslin has just said? I think it was the second or if not third of his slide, he talked about a customer persona. Do you know where we get wrong as entrepreneurs? Because we try to sell to everyone. Not everyone needs our product or can afford our product. So we can't be selling to everyone. You can't be selling to everyone. So you didn't need to really do a thorough study and research. So most of your time should be spent understanding the customer needs. So your design of a customer persona is the bedrock of how you're going to channel your sales.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm going to contribute to that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's very, very helpful. Thank you.
For sure. Ramkalang, I see your hand is up. Hi.
Hi, brother. Okay, let me mute. Can I go?
Go ahead.
Ayanda. Hi, everyone. My name is Ayanda. I run a marketing agency called Limitless Brands. And basically what I do is I help brands grow. I do social media marketing, social media management, grow the pages, etc. And the lady that was speaking just now about her company being in existence for 10 years and, doing company compliance, just a small suggestion, perhaps you can also look at, yes, I echo the fact that you must, it's not for everyone and not everyone can afford your services, but also focus on being at the right place at the right time. And by saying that, it's basically, okay, so social media, you would obviously have your business up on social media, you have the websites, but now it would be which social media are you putting all your energy on? So we would obviously then recommend LinkedIn would probably be your best platform, and also look at other platforms like Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce has like a whole lot of serious people, people that are, as Cheslin was saying, I don't want to fly by night. If there's a business on Chamber of Commerce, they have been around for a long time. They are serious about growing. So I'd say maybe perhaps look for your clients under the Chamber of Commerce. I know Chamber of Commerce also has different things like you can advertise or pay for some sort of advertisement on their magazine to be on the front page or whatever. So just find the platform and be aggressive on whichever platform it is. And yes, it does go behind researching exactly who is it that needs company compliance. What are people looking for? I mean, even marketing agencies, if I want to now do tenders within marketing, for example, ANC is probably wanting to do marketing right now. Very poor example, but then I would have to have a compliance of sort, also look at educating people about compliance, because we may find that we need compliance, but we don't know we need compliance. And so how you would possibly educate people is obviously on your social media, your LinkedIn page, give us information that would be fruitful for the reader to engage. Go on radio, on these business shows. Try get on there and be like, not an influencer, a contributor to a certain business show, and say, look, compliance, this is, you may think you don't need it, but you do need it. This is how it works, etc. Just a bit of my 2 cents. Thank you.
Fantastic, Ayanda.
Thank you so much, Ayanda. Noted everything. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
By the way, what Ayanda said, particularly just adding what Ayanda said, I'm just going to finish. Don't worry, I'm going to take long. Chamber of Commerce has a lot of something similar like masterclasses, but that are specific to certain industry. So get into your local Chamber of Commerce, whether you're in KZN, Gauteng, it doesn't matter which one. They actually render free services as well without you registering to be a member of them. So they actually do. So thank you for that, Ayanda. I really appreciate it.
Sir, sorry, can please Ayanda share share her details in the group. There's something I need from her.
Sure.
Sure.
Cheslin, please do share your details on, or even here on this platform, so that people can reach out to you directly, because I'm only going to be doing
typing.
this tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. Who else? I think Sam Onele Utsile. I think you were the first one to. Who? Good. Okay. Anyone who can. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Is it Sam?
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Sunny. Oh yes. So I have a question for Cheslin. He had said earlier, he had mentioned that when you want to, if you want reviews for your company, you can always he was taking us through his website. And then, yes, his website, and then he got the link and then shared to any social media platform. I wanted to ask, if you have a small company, if you're just starting out and you have a really small company, you don't have a website at the moment, are there any other ways that you could try and find to get reviews from your customers without having to, if you don't have a website and your company is small? That's my question. Thank you.
Yes, so what you could do is you could do a feedback survey. So if you just go on Google Forms, you create a feedback survey, you send it to a client. Once they've submitted your information, you create an awareness post. I'll show you something like this as an example, just so I can be practical in the manner. If we go to like, where is the, sorry, let me just show you here quickly. Go to Instagram. I just want to show you what I do to create awareness for my customers. So I'm just waiting for it to change. So here you will see I run posts like, where is it now? My last one we did, yeah. So this is one of my customers that sent me an email and I created a post out of it. And what I can do is I'll recycle this as stories consistently. And people they would obviously look at the customer persona. Okay, gentleman is Muslim, trustworthy, he says a good review, and I would go to, let's say, be so intentional by going to like a Muslim faculty, and I'll promote this particular feedback to that client. So I started attracting that sort of audience, because that's a whole community on its own that could buy my product because this gentleman decided to buy from me. Just as a tip, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you need a website. That's what I was trying to say. You can create these things without a website. And I did this simple graphic on Canva, and it was a free Canva on the free package. Does it answer the question?
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Cheslin.
Cool.
And in addition to that, thank you, Cheslin. In addition to that, look, don't undermine, granted, listen, you don't understand, you need to understand who your customer is. Presence in any platform doesn't negate that the people who are in those platforms know people whom they can refer it to in later stages. It doesn't mean just because the age group, for example, what I do, I'm not on Facebook for what I do, but it doesn't mean that I cannot be on Facebook. I'm trying to say to you that even though the age group of the people that you are targeting, they may not be on Facebook, the presence there sort of gives you traction, and the word of mouth works like that. So you can create this post and double it up on all the social media platforms that you're in. LinkedIn, Cheslin iterated quite a number of times for this conversation, and obviously now
I have to jump off. I have an investor that I need to chat with, and I had a hard stop at 2. Okay. I'm sorry, I have to go, guys. Thank you so much. Please drop me a message.
Okay, thank you, Cheslin. Don't worry, we will also reshare the questions to you. Maybe you can respond privately to some of them. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to be able to answer on behalf of Cheslin. The answers that I can give are typically going to be generic because I teach entrepreneurship. So as a teacher, I'll give you a very generic answer, not one that's quite specific as Cheslin was doing. But anyone who has a question that I can assist with.
Hi, Brother Kolela.
Hi, Ramda.
Yes, how are you, sir? I want to find out. I'm doing good, thank you. I want to find out, so I'm in the solar energy space, and the kind of business that we are doing is quite fairly new to the audience or to the clients. We are doing solar panel cleaning and maintenance. So from a marketing perspective, with the strategy that we are trying to put in place, we are trying to educate our clients first about the need for maintenance and cleaning. And so my question is, with regards to the platforms that we'll be putting our posts out on, what sort of budget should we be looking at starting off with promoting the awareness posts? Or is there a need for us to be promoting the awareness posts or not?
Number one, yes, I'll answer the last question. Yes, there is. And obviously, one I would target would probably be more LinkedIn than Facebook or Instagram, because that's where most professional and leaders of organizations sit, and which are typically your target audience. So I would definitely say there's a need for that. That's one. Secondly, I'm not quite sure of the packages that LinkedIn would offer. And perhaps you might want, as I like his suggestion to say, you can do a live on any of these platforms for free, just buzz it out and share it on all social media platforms to say you're going to be doing A, B, C, and D. So that's actually quite a good way to start out to see if there's an interest before you start paying whatever is 100 rands a week on LinkedIn to get that kind of platform. I know there's a subscription fee when you want to market your business. And funny enough, LinkedIn actually zooms in on the type of audience that you want. So it's actually one of the best platforms that you can use to target corporates. Lastly, as a point of note, push out testimonials as much as you can. Push out testimonials as much as you can. Do that for a month and see what does that build, and if you can track it, how many views do you have, whatever, tracking views and calls and whatever it is that you ask from your clients. So that would be quite important. This will be able to inform you where you should be spending most of your money and your budget towards. Get on these radio shows that are free, call up, email them, WhatsApp them, say, listen, I'm a small business and we do A, B, C, and D. Most of them, including 702, I know 702, most people pay. I actually have paid on 702. Just a 15-minute interview there is 50,000 rands. 15 minutes just being interviewed. So it's quite a lot of money. Yeah, so you do need to be present in these spaces, but umhlobo wenene is not going to cost you anything. As long as you say, this is what I do. I just want to shout out the word so that they know that. So you can use your femalehood to say there are women in business who actually who are in this technical space because A, B, C, and D. So there's a spin that you need to be also creative on how you demonstrate that you're going to attract the right audience to the radio station or TV station or whatever the case may be, for them to the listenership that they will acquire just by having you for free. So then you do need to be able to articulate that well. That's all I can maybe advise for now.
Thank you so much. Just on the last note, I'm not too sure of some of the radio stations that are free at the moment. So can you kindly just share for me and perhaps for everyone else who's in the group, just for the purpose of knowing if you do know them?
No. Radio stations, for advertising, you pay. All of them, you pay. You just have to convince them. Some of them would actually give you a free airtime to when you say like, listen, I'm a woman in business and I would like to talk to businesses so that they are informed and all of that. So there's a spin that you need to actually have. Me being on radio, I've paid for some I haven't paid for them because of how I articulate that. But all radios, remember, they are commercial. They're supposed to make money. There's no radio station, unless if it's a community radio station like Soweto or whatever the case may be. But all of them are actually commercial.
Noted. Thank you so much, brother.
Yes.
Hi, say something with regards to the lady with the solar panel maintenance. Just a quick one. Do you only just maintain them, or do you also install them?
We do have a team that installs. We do have a team that installs.
So people can buy them from you?
People can buy the service from us, yes.
The solar panels, can I buy a solar panel from you?
No, we are not a distributor.
Okay.
We are not a distributor, yes.
With regards to, all the other suggestions that you got with, being on LinkedIn and, 702 radio, etc., those are well and great, but because you're a new service that people don't really know about, I mean, as a marketer, I would suggest that you partner with distributors, people that sell these things, partner with them and this is what I do. We clean, we maintain. And so please, when your clients need maintenance of your products, call us. I think because it's such an unknown service for now, you may get more traction. Not saying don't do the social media. Social media is great. You keep doing that. But I think you would probably get more joy by finding 10 of these distributors and telling them, hey, call me up. Every time someone calls me for maintenance, you get a certain commission or a certain fee, etc. Or instead of paying 50K for radio, you could possibly pay 10K for their database. And call them directly and say, hey, listen, we work with so-and-so solar distributors and we're the maintenance partner for them. And we would gladly help maintain your solar panel. That the old-fashioned way also still works.
Yes.
On business.
Yes, absolutely. And I totally agree with you. And at the moment, that's a strategy that I'm using to partner up with installers. So I just wanted to, sort of understand from the social media perspective as to how I can be able to position myself. But thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, because
Sorry?
of not only of time, my load shedding is my battery is about to die. Maybe we can halt it. Don't worry, I'll bring Ayanda for a masterclass very soon. And we will do all the marketing and sales stuff and how to place yourself and in all these platforms and what key things you need to consider and tips of the trade. Don't worry, Ayanda is going to be back very soon. We just need to finalize the date and we will get back to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Thank you so much to everyone. Bye-bye.